Good morning, class. Today we're not going to spend too much time, but we're going to talk about the circumcenter and the orthocenter. As of yesterday, we talked about centroid, which is the point of contact of all the median bisectors, and also the in center, which is the point of contact of all angle bisectors in a triangle. So today we're going to talk about circumcenter. So this I would draw the circumcenter, which is a point of contact of all the perpendicular bisectors. So you pick your polygon symbol, you draw your triangle, click 3 times in this blank surface, and then you click last point. You're gonna have this triangle here. And then you make sure you click here to pick your midpoint. Click on each side of the triangle to have your midpoint. And then the next thing to do, let me shift this guy somewhere here so you can see better. Okay. Then you pick your perpendicular line. Since the circumcenter is the point of contact of all perpendicular bisectors, so I'm going to choose the midpoint of this. Let me quickly name this point. Let me label them A, B, C. So I'm going to then pick my perpendicular line. I'm going to have a perpendicular line that will pass through this midpoint of AC. Okay, so you click on this line, and then you make sure you drag your perpendicular line towards this point, and then you can as well you do the same for this. Just click on this part of this, so this side AB, you drag it towards this midpoint. Click on this side BC, drag the line towards this point, this midpoint. You see, they don't have to necessarily pass through the line that passes through those midpoints. Don't really necessarily have to pass through those vertices of the triangle. And then I'm going to name the angles to let you see that they are really 90 degrees. Click angle, click this point here, and then click here. See 90. You can as well click here, click this angle, click somewhere here. See 90. You do the same here as well. Click here, click this angle, click this midpoint. See 90 as well. So it's time for me to name this midpoint here, the point of contact of all these three blue lines. I'm gonna put it in red, and I'm gonna call it the circumcenter, and then put my name. So this is the circumcenter. I think it's an easy task, something everybody can do. So I'm gonna just click all those perpendicular bisectors, make them red. So you should be able to draw the circumcenter for me and send it to me. Or another way around, let's go back to draw the second picture we really need here, the orthocenter. Click on this triangular shape, make your triangle here, click 3 times on this surface to have your triangle. And then once you have these 3 points and then join by single lines, click on the last one, and then you're gonna have a triangular shape. The next thing to do, click on more tools, click on perpendicular line. Since the orthocenter is about the altitude is when you are moving from one extreme point of the triangle and then forming a perpendicular line with the side upward across from it. So I'm gonna just label this point. So D, C, and F. Then I'm gonna go on more tools to pick my perpendicular line. I'm just gonna put my, I wanna have a perpendicular line to DF, but this time around it's not go through the midpoint. Okay, when it goes through the midpoint, it's called the circumcenter. Okay, we're looking for circumcenter. But if it goes just any side of DF but passes through E, then it's a good case of looking for orthocenter. Okay? I'm gonna click here and then make sure I have a point somewhere. Yeah. Do the same here. I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna drag it until I have something. Yeah. Here I got something here. So I didn't do for the last one. I need to click here and I'll make sure it passes through D. So I have something like this. And then it's possible for me to just put my perpendicular lines to show that they are really altitude. So I have altitude here. Let me do this as well. This, this, this 90, this. You see, it's 91 because it doesn't really go through it, so I have to do something about it, maybe by shifting this guy. Okay, now it's 90. So sometimes you gotta be careful. That's why it's good to put the angular value just to see if what what is supposed to be done. So pound, 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 90. So I'm just gonna change their colors just to differentiate them from. I'm gonna put them in green, green, all those altitude. Those green lines are called altitude, okay? And the point of contact, their point of contact, which is this green dots here, it's what we call the orthocenter. As you can see now, everything is beautiful. So I'm gonna just get rid of those points I don't really need. Delete. Don't need this guy. So I think I'm okay. Oh, and let me put the other angle. Let's not forget. Damn, damn. Okay. So let me also try to put this line in right there. Okay, as you can see, we have the auto center, which is the point of contact of all the and altitude is in a triangle. It's a perpendicular line that passes through one vertex of the triangle. It's a line that passes through one vertex of the triangle and perpendicular to the side across that vertex. And then the point of contact of those three lines is called the auto center. So it's a point of concurrency. In the case of circumcenter, it's just you gotta find in the plan, you gotta find all the midpoint of those three lines, and then have a perpendicular line that will pass through each of those three lines. They don't really know, they don't necessarily have to pass through the the three vertices of the triangle. As you can see, those red lines they don't really pass through A, B, and C. So that's the beauty of what we're doing today. So you can do the two and you send them to me. I'll be glad. But if you only do one, I'll also be glad. But make sure you do something. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Oh, let me again put those perpendicular angles. So, um, um, as you can see, this 90 degrees can show very well. So let me put that on the other side. So I'm going to delete this one. Oh, no, the angle itself, not okay. As you can see, 90, 90, 90, 90. Those green lines and those red lines are perpendicular this time, but they differ. The green ones are just they just pass through any side of the third side of the side across from the third and from the vertex and perpendicular to that side. Whereas in the case of circumcenter, those red lines they just pass through they just pass through the side of the triangle and perpendicular and they pass through the midpoint. Circumcenter you have to pass through the midpoint. Orthocenter you don't have to pass through the midpoint. There's a special there must be a special case where you can pass through the midpoint. Okay, thank you so much and do have a wonderful day. God bless you.